morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and today's shout-out goes to Kenji. Kenji was first to say first in one of my recent videos, and thus wins this shout-out, so congratulations. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with a review of a neat new GPS drone. This is the JDRC JD-22S. Now, looking at it, you can tell right away that this is probably a folding drone, and you'd be right, this is a folding drone. The idea being that you could fold it up, pack it in a small, provided carrying case, by the way. Let me go over the carrying case real quick and then we'll continue on. But it comes with its own nice little carrying case to pack your drone in and put it away and take it with you. So it's very transportable, but it folds up like so and unfolds like so. You take these long legged parts out. The front part comes out first and then the back legs go out second. But that's how you fold it and unfold it. It's just held in place by friction. Now, this particular drone, as I mentioned, has GPS built in. That means it can return to home and land by itself on command by press of a button, and that would be that button there on the controller. Or if it flies out of range of the controller and loses signal from the controller, it will fly back and land itself where it took off from. Or on low battery, it will also come back and return to home and land. So that's the advantage of flying with a GPS quadcopter. It's the main advantage. It also includes altitude hold to maintain a steady altitude. But the reason I was interested in reviewing it was that it had a 4K camera. Well, it's advertised at 4K, but looking at the resolution of the video that I was able to record at home before I'm going to take this out in the field, it appears to be what's called QHD, which is Quad HD. Resolution of 2560 by 1440 pixels. Now, true 4K is 4096 by 2160 pixels. This records actually 2560 by 1440 pixels. Okay, that's called Quad HD. That's 4 times 720p is why they call that Quad HD, QHD. Now, it does actually record in true 4K on your phone, but how it does that is it uses your phone to interpolate the video from this camera and bump it up to 4K resolution, which is not the best means of doing it, folks. And actually, it also depends on the quality of your phone, you know, the processor on your phone. I wasn't able to actually get it to successfully bump it up to 2560 or the 1440p 4K resolution on my phone, because my phone is an older phone. But you don't want to do that anyways, because interpolated video always is not the way to go. It looks blurry. It's like optical zoom versus digital zoom, where optical zoom is much better and digital zoom is much worse. That's the same way that this 4K is interpolated to your phone. So don't count on this being true 4K. But it is greater than 1080p. It's being 2160p, not 2160, but 1440p, 2560 by 1440p resolution, which is greater than 1080p resolution. But that video is recorded to a microSD card. Okay, that means you're not dependent on Wi-Fi to record the video to your phone. That's another reason you don't want to record video onto your phone, because you get frame dropping and frozen frames as the Wi-Fi signal goes in and out and becomes weak or strong. It messes up video. But if you're recording to a micro SD card like this drone does, you don't have that problem. Okay, it should be smooth video. Even if you fly out of Wi-Fi FPV range, you should still be able to record that video on this SD card and save the video to the SD card. So it has that capability. Now, other things about it, it uses what's called the Ishin GPS app, although it mentions a different app in the manual, but when you actually use the little QR code to download the app, it comes up as the Ishin GPS app. And with that app, you're able to view the FPV video on your phone or conduct waypoint flying between different points that you tell the drone to fly to, or do follow me, where it will follow you, and or circle me. It's able to do that too, using the app. Now, the thing is, though, that app requires your phone to have 802.11 AC Wi-Fi. Remember that term, 802.11 AC Wi-Fi. Not everybody has that type of Wi-Fi on their phone, okay? Most newer phones tend to have it, but older phones may not have it. So before you purchase this drone, I strongly recommend that you first verify that your phone that you intend to use actually has 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, or you will be very disappointed when you get this drone, okay? Just remember that. But with that 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, you're supposedly able to get the ranges out to about 250 meters of FPV range. That's pretty far for an FPV drone. You know, compared to like 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, you're only able to get out maybe 70 meters. But using 5G Wi-Fi, since there's no interference with the 2.4 gigahertz of the controller, you're able to get at further ranges. And there, again, the advertised range of this is about 250 meters for FPV. Now, this uses a 7.4 volt, 1200 milliamp hour battery. This is the battery. This is available, I believe, you can purchase 1, 2, or 3 batteries when you buy the drone, okay? You're going to have a hard time buying this after you buy the drone. So if you want more batteries, make sure you're considering purchasing the batteries before you buy the drone, because it's getting harder and harder to ship batteries these days because of safety concerns of LiPo batteries. But again, this is available 1, 2, or 3, and you have to select that when you purchase the drone. But this battery is a 1200 milliamp hour, I believe. Yeah, 7.4 volt, 1200 milliamp hour. It's supposed to give you 16 minutes of flight time. We'll find out when we go flying today. But you can charge it using a simple micro USB cord, which they do provide, through a wall charger. I recommend a wall charger only with this. This will take a long time to charge on 1200 milliamp hours. Will take a long time to charge on a little 500 milliamp output from your computer USB port. So use a wall charger, folks, when you charge these batteries. But it's charged through this micro USB port, and there's a little blue light that flashes, and when that light becomes steady, the battery is fully charged and the battery is ready to go. So let's go over the controller. Controller is well labeled, and actually you get a little quick cheat sheet to show what all these buttons actually do. So I'm going to leave that right there in case I forget one or two. But what we got on this controller, if you go in the upper part here, you take a photo by pressing this button here. You can start and stop the video by pressing this button here. And when you use these buttons, vice the app, this records the data, the photos and videos to the microSD card. If you click the record button on the Ishin GPS app, it records to your via Wi-Fi to your phone. So I recommend using these buttons here instead of the phone's buttons. Other buttons you got on this. This is actually Circle Me. This actually has the capability of doing circle position without using the app. And you just press it like with that button there, and then you adjust the radius of the circle by pushing up or down on the pitch stick, and you tell it which direction to go by giving it a nudge on right or left on the roll stick. We also can adjust the rates, how fast the quadcopter can fly, by pressing this button here. On the front face here, now we have, this is the compass calibration button. If you want the drone to go into compass calibration, and I'll show you how to do that out in the field, you press this button here. Also, be very careful with this button, because it's easy to accidentally press this button, and this might create a problem if you're flying and you press this button and it goes into GPS calibration mode. I'm not sure what would happen because I haven't tried that yet, but I have accidentally pressed it several times, moving my big thumbs around here, so it's quite easy to press this button, so be very careful of it, okay? Other buttons, this is return to home and landing by command. If you want the drone to come back and land itself where it took off, you press that button and it will automatically do it. You will enter headless mode. I believe this is headless mode. Let me double check. Yeah. Headless mode by pressing this button here, and I'll try to demonstrate what headless mode is out in the field, but it's a feature that lets you point the camera and enables panning shots and what do they call them? Crane shots you can do by using this button here with the camera on the drone. Now this has automatic takeoff and automatic landing if you want to do that. But to use this automatic takeoff, you have to first start the motors on the drone, and you do such by pointing both sticks down and holding them down and out, and the drone's motors will start, and then you can press this button to do the automatic takeoff. If you press this without the motor started, it does nothing. So keep that in mind. And it has emergency stop. If this crashes in a bush or a tree or tall grass, and you want to protect the motors from burning out because they're going to continue to try to turn, you press and hold this button here, and that will turn off the motors, doing an emergency stop. So that's a controller. I'm not sure about these antennas. I don't know if these antennas are real. I don't see any wires going up in the center of them, so they actually might be fake antennas. A lot of people say these are phone holders. They're not. This does have a phone holder. This is the phone holder for the controller, folks. but these antennas may be just fake, so for aesthetic purposes. Other things you get in the box, you get, again, I mentioned this micro USB cable for charging the battery on the drone. You get a little screwdriver for removing propellers and changing propellers, which you get two spares. And this also comes in handy for opening up the battery bay on the back of the transmitter. The batteries this uses, I believe, oh, darn, let's open it up and find out. I think it was AAA's. I'll find out here shortly. Let's open it up. Pop it and open. Yep, AAA battery. So remember, you're going to need 4 AAA batteries to power this. And I'm going to put that back on later. Other things you get in the box, you get this little quick start guide. It is actually very nice. It shows all the buttons on the controller. And on the back, it talks about compass calibration, how to do compass calibration, which is important, how to do gyro calibration, and about searching for satellite signals and how to start the motors too. It shows on the back. But you do get detailed manuals also. And they come in English, what was in here? English, German, French, and also you get Portuguese, you get Chinese, and Spanish manuals with this. They are very detailed, however, they are very small print, so you're going to probably need a magnifying glass to read them. At least my old eyes did, so keep that in mind. So that's the JDRC JD-22S. Let's take it out in the field and see how it flies. So hope you enjoy this flight. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, out on a beautiful yet chilly day out here in the desert. A lot of people think that because I live in the desert, it's always hot out here. Folks, we had 3 inches of snow here 2 days ago, and the snow just melted. It's melted fast, but it's still up in the mountains. If you look around us, all the way 360 degrees around us, all the mountains are covered in snow. But let's take the JD-22S out for its flight like I promised. First thing, I'm going to start it up and connect to its Wi-Fi. So hold on, folks. To start it up, you press this button here while it's on the ground until the lights light up, and then let go, then connect to the controller, and then connect to the Wi-Fi. So let me show you how to do that. We'll connect to the controller first, and then I'll put my phone in and connect to the Wi-Fi. So to turn it on, you put the drone on the ground, hold that button down until the lights come on, let go, it should beep. Also turn on the controller, and the controller should be connected. Let's start. We can start the motors and stop them, so the controller is connected. Now I'm going to connect the Wi-Fi to the drone so we can do the FPV. So hold on, folks. Okay, this is the eSheen GPS app available on Google Play and iTunes. And right now it's asking if we've done the compass calibration. We're going to hit no. And then we're going to do that compass calibration. First we got to do horizontal rotations until we hear a beep. Okay. I'm going to continue on actually until it tells me to go vertical. Okay, the app's telling me to do vertical calibration, rotations, and that should be it. That's our second beep. Okay, putting it on the ground, so we should be good to go, folks. Taking up the controller here. Now, I want to turn off those controller on the screen there. We should be good to go. So, first off, I want to start the video recording, pressing that button there, and we are recording, and then bringing both sticks down and out. And then pressing automatic takeoff button and seeing if it's holding its position. And it seems to be doing a good job. Okay, let's go up a bit higher. And get in view of the camera and say, how do you like my shirt today, folks? Sorry, no tie-dye today. It's too cold. It's really cold. Okay, it's taking, it looks like it's working well. Syncing up the screens. Now I'm going to put my glasses on here because we're going to take it out first. First thing we're going to do is see what type of FPV range we can get out of this. So I want to go up and outbound. And pushing outbound. Up to about 15-20 meters or so. And then heading outbound with the drone. And looking at the screen. Seeing the distance is 118 meters. Or feet, 118 feet. The stuff is in feet. Okay, I guess you could change that in the settings. Let's go to higher rate too. It's going quite slow. So pressing, where is that rate button? On the right side here. Okay, higher rate, so we can go a little bit faster. Heading outbound. Still got FPV. At about 330 feet, that's 100 meters or so. Still have FPV. Getting choppy, 387 feet out, 436 feet out. It's coming in at 485 feet. I can see snow on the ground there. It's bouncing around as it's losing connection, I guess, with the controller every once in a while. But we're going to take it out. It's about 200 meters right now. Yeah, 200 meters seems to be its max operating range. And I guess it's doing a return to home because it lost signal. It was doing a return to home. I have signal back again. I'm pushing forward again, trying to go a little further. A little further, 650 feet out. Okay, I'm going to plop it right there. That's over 200 meters. That's about 200 meters, I'm guessing. And it's doing a return to home. So its range seems to be about 200 meters. It came back into range and then it stops again. But I'm going to continue the return to home by pressing the return to home button. And flying back. Look at the snow on the... There's still snow out there. So the range of this is about 200 meters, and it's kind of choppy when it gets past 100 meters. So good control to about 100, and then it get choppy control out to about 200 meters. It's coming back nicely. So when it gets back, we're going to try the other features of this, like follow me, circle position. Well, circle position we'll start off with, and end that with waypoints. Well, we still have battery power. Okay, it's slowing down on its approach. See it up there. And how much battery do we got left? We're at 57% battery. So I better do waypoints. Well, no, circle, follow me. Waypoints features sometimes work, sometimes don't. I tried the app or the map already, and I tried to download it before I came out here, but with my phone. Okay, here it comes down. Let's see how accurate this is. But it still didn't seem to remember it in the cache. So I don't see Google Maps is what I'm trying to say, folks. There's a raven overhead at the same time. How accurate is this landing? This automatic return to home and landing. Not too bad. Less than a meter. Not bad at all. Okay, does that turn off automatically? Yeah, it does turn off automatically once it lands. So let's put it back on the pad. And let's see. I said about waypoints. Let me go into this. And again, see the map. The waypoints, the map did not download it, even though I did download it while I was at home. But let's try it. Okay, waypoint. Draw. And let's see if we can put some points down. Point, draw. No, it's not letting me. Let's try another one. Nope. Might be the code also. Oh, I see one waypoint. Let's see if I can put another waypoint out there. Let's delete them all. Delete all waypoints. Let's try it again. This time I want to zoom in a little better. Okay, we got to do the waypoints in that circle here, I guess. So, draw again. I'm just having problems with waypoints. We're going to skip waypoints, folks. They never seem to work for me. But we're going to try follow me and orbit. So, going back to the main view and starting the motors, starting the video camera again. Let's see, card. I can't remember which one's recording. Green. That's not recording. That must be recording. Okay, starting the motors. And automatic takeoff. I'm going into the air. Going up a bit higher. Right about there. Getting into the view of the camera. Right about there. And then hitting follow. And is it following? Let's find out. Going for a walk. Yep, it's following. What type of follow me do we got here? It's a DJI style, like it's being pulled on a thread. See, going up this way. Follow me feature does work. So, let's see how well it works. I'm going to take a little short walk around the desert. And that's about it. Okay, so that's the follow me feature. Well, I still got battery power. Now to get out of this, you have to hit self-stabilizing, and that breaks out of follow me. Now the next thing we're going to do is bring the drone over our head, approximately over our head, and then hit, instead of the app, I'm going to use the controller. Press the controller circle me button. And what's it do? It was overhead, and it goes off to about a distance of about, oh, I don't know, a couple meters. Then it turns back toward our position automatically, and then I guess you got to tell which direction to go. Let's go to the right. Okay, and there's circle position. Circle position does work also. Now I did not use the app to start this. Circle position is the only advanced feature that you can operate other than headless mode without using the app. Okay, this one does not require use of the app. Let's see if we can send it out a little further. Pushing forward on the pitch stick. See what type, how big of a circle can we get in circle position. Going out further, increasing the radius even further. So what is the max radius of this? Circle position. Right about there. So I'm guessing that's about, I don't know, 10, 20 meters away. About 20 meters, I'm guessing. What's it say on here? 60 feet. So yeah, about 60 feet. Almost 20 meters. But that is circle position, folks. Let me close this, by the way, on the screen there. So that works rather well also. So to break out of that again, you got to, oh, I think that's our low battery return to home. So that's its low battery return to home. Let's see how accurate that is too. That comes on at about 23% battery power. Low battery return to home. And then what's it do? Flies overhead. And that's not where it took off from. Let's see how close it gets to where its takeoff point up there. And should be starting its descent here shortly. It's up there. Does it do an automatic descent? Do not operate other functions when turning the aircraft. It doesn't appear to do start an automatic descent. You're going to have to do that yourself, maybe. I'm going to pull down the throttle and see what it does. Yeah. So in a low battery return to home, it just comes back toward you, goes over your takeoff spot, and gives you annoying beeps until the battery runs out. So we're going to fly it close in. Let's see, what haven't I shown yet? Photos. Coming down a little lower. Well, okay, it said its battery was too low here. Let's see if I can get it to start one more time. Let me stop the video recording. Oh, it just hit. It just exited. Okay, so the video recording has stopped. And seeing if I can start the motors. See if I can do an automatic takeoff again. Because one thing I haven't shown is the photos. Getting up close. Take a photo. And there it goes again. Its battery's too low. It's landing itself. So that's the total flight time you get out of this. I hope those two photos took, so I can give you a show of the photos. But that's the total flight time. Now it's kind of a chilly day today, about 40 degrees, 45 degrees. So that might have been an issue too. So that is the JD-22S GPS drone. Hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101. Signing out. Hi, Quadcopter 101 here again. Hey, if you want to get your own shout out in one of my future videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's real simple. Just go to my channel page and click on that subscribe. And also make sure to click that bell button right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified when I release a brand new video immediately and give you a chance to get that first shout out. So give it a try, folks.